Boat is prepped and ready. HDS live at the console. Live sonar, live mapping, live cast phone integration. We didn't go back to the drawing board to build HDS live. We made the best fish finder on the planet even better. Sleek new design with easy control file. Clearest images underwater with uncompromising range. Live mapping from the touchscreen. View notifications, video, even Google Maps on screen. And for the first time ever, real-time view of fish movements with live sight sonar. HDS Live. New from LOWRANCE. Boat is...
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to FishTec Live, Season 3, Episode 1, the first show of 2019. Bang, and we are straight out of the gate. The year has started off with such a cracker. Last year, there was no January show. We started off in February. I took some time out, but this year, we're in it, boy, and we are busy. And I see the guys in the game, the fishing game, everybody's busy, everybody's hectic, everybody's doing stuff. Really, I tell you, this year is going to be a cracker. Those guys that used to do things in the old way where you just sit back and you think it's just about going fishing, you're in for a shock. You're going to see some amazing stuff. You're going to see the guys that are really going out there and really putting their front foot forward. And to all of the guys that are doing that, be it tournament anglers, be it weekend hackers, taking videos and putting it on their Facebook page and of their kids catching fish and all this, just everybody, just awesome. Have a fantastic year. Give it horns. Don't be shy. Don't hold back. And you know, let's share our wonderful experiences, guys. Off the bat tonight, let me just have a quick look. Who's here? Geez, good evening, everybody. Michael Cannon, Hano, how you doing? Colleen, she's always there, my big supporter. Rowan, Jeff Kramer from North Carolina. Hello, Jeff, how you doing? Elizabeth Plost is there. John Minnie's there. Rowan, hi, Rowan, yes. Little Green Fish, I think he used to be called there. Daniel McLaughlin, Johan Koppenhagen, Steve Engelbrecht, Robert Davies from Rensselaer, New York, Vince Ward, Jaco Mouton, Ryan, geez, busy tonight. Charles Carey's there, our fellow Live 16 owner, fantastic, welcome to the club. It's a small club, but it's growing, it's going to grow fast, Charles, it's going to grow fast. There we go, Jeff, yes, it's going to be awesome, fantastic. Kyle, JJ, Miko Laxa, the Henrik, Miko, let me get into it. What are the topics? Number 1, World Fishing Games 2019, the biggest event in the world by far. 50 countries coming to South Africa. Yes, I kid you not, coming to South Africa. 50 countries. Guys, tell me this. Who's heard about it on the television? Who's heard about it in the newspaper? There's nothing. There's nothing out there. It's terrible. But anyway, 50 countries, World Fishing Games is the most exciting event that has ever come to South Africa by far. So really, it's going to be fantastic. That's we're going to talk about a little bit further now. Straight off the bat, we're obviously going to be talking about the HDS Live We're going to emphasize the 16 because it's just a beast. It's a monster. It's a fantastic machine. It is the Bentley Rolls-Royce high performance Bentley of fish finders. So what a fantastic unit. And then last of all, we're going to do a little bit of on the water application, particularly with the HDS live unit, show you what goes on the water. We've got one of my pro staff guys, Michael Cannon, spent some time with me on the water with the HDS 16 live, doing his bit, doing what he knows how to do best. And geez, we really had fun. The fishing was tough. It was tough. The day before was unbelievable, but on the day was tough. But you see the video, we managed to get some stuff there. And then of course the industry in general, what guys are doing to promote the actual industry, which I think is fantastic stuff. So guys, right off the bat, let's start off with the World Fishing Games. I'm going to bring up guys, you're going to have to bear with me here. I'm going to merge that into there. I'm going to turn myself off there. There we go. Okay guys, this is the World Fishing Games. The amount of disciplines that we're going to be seeing. We've got the big game fishing, we've got the black bass, we've got carnivorous from boat fishing. That's your art lure, guys. Guys, the main one obviously that concerns me because of FishTec and its maps and whatnot is the black bass, which is on the Vaal River again. And then the carnivorous from boat fishing, which is, as we know, the art lure from the boat guys, that's going to be at Loskop Dam. If you guys remember last year, the last episode of season 2, we spoke about Loskop. So please go and have a look at my YouTube channel, and it's in HD. You can see exactly what that Loskop chart is all about. We've had some orders from overseas. The guys are buying the charts overseas, so they've cottoned on to this pre-planning thing. We're also going to be talking about that. We're going to talk about that right now. And yeah, there's carp fishing, there's feeder fishing, there's ladies. Please go onto this website here. It's worldfishing2019.co.za. Guys, please go and have a look at that and see exactly what we've got going on there. It's a massive event, and I just hope and pray that it's very well covered. Okay, let's get into a lot of let me just bring my picture up here. There, then you can see me. Okay, guys, a lot of people have come to me and said, John, we want to see how to use the equipment and plan from home. For example, a team from Italy buys the charts. They're still in Italy. They want to sit at home with their teammates around them and their supporting team guys, even the guys that aren't coming to South Africa. They want to sit around, they want to look at the charts, they want to study the charts. We're talking about the FishTec HD fishing charts like nothing you've seen in the world. Others have come close, there's similar things, but nothing is quite as clear as what we've got with the FishTec HD charts. Guys, as you know, this is a LOWRANCE only product. You can only get it for a LOWRANCE. And yeah, so you're going to need a little LOWRANCE. Okay, let me start off here with this. I'm going to pull this in. Sorry guys, but you know how it goes with these things that are live. Planning, and then it's gone and auto started on its own. There we go. Okay guys, if you've got like what I've got in front of me right now, this beautiful massive HDS Live 16 water machine, there's no need for dongles and slave phones and anything like that. It's got an HDMI output on it. You bang it from the unit straight into a big TV. It doesn't matter how big that TV is. It can get as big as it wants, high resolution, and it'll just work like a dream. Now, how does everybody else connect to it? It's easy. You take your phone, Everybody's got a phone or a tablet. Look, it's obviously better if you've got a tablet, or your kid's got a tablet, or your wife's got a tablet and you don't have a tablet. Grab the tablet. You know why? Because it's bigger and it's easier to work with. You now got a 10-inch unit. Guys, you go and you download from the App Store or the Play Store. This works for Android as well as Apple. And you download the link. It's just in the search, you know, in your App Store, the Play Store, go LOWRANCE link, and you'll see like a little blue icon there. That's the one that you need to download. You go into that, you go into your Wi-Fi settings, you search for the unit, you go into the unit. Let me just show you quickly how to do that. Let me go to settings here. Oh, you need to see what I'm doing, eh? There we go, there we go. Okay, you're going to go into your settings, you're going to go into wireless. You see wireless down at, I'm in the way now. Oh, you can't see. Guys, it's down the bottom there. Let me move it up, then you can see it. Okay, you see where it says wireless there? You're going to tap on wireless, and you're going to go to right at the top, connect your phone, not to wireless hotspot. That's if you want to connect to the internet with your machine. You're going to go to connect your phone. It's going to give you a little passcode. I'm not going to put it on because everyone's got my passcode. And anyway, and yeah, and then you're going to start the actual little link app, and it'll tell you, yeah, it's seen this unit, whatever unit you've got, and you go remote control, and now you've got full remote control of that unit. Let me just go back into here. It's going to start playing on its own, I bet. Yeah, there we go. Let me try and stop that. I don't know why it does that. Anyway, okay, that's very strange. Okay, so now it's connected. It sees the units, and anybody with a phone or a tablet or whatever will just simply connect, and you're away. Whatever you can do on the unit, you can do on your phone or on your tablet or whatever. Create waypoints, what have you. The only thing that you might find it frustrating, tell all your buddies when they want to take control of the machine to put their hands up like we used to do in primary school and say, can I have a turn? Otherwise, if everybody's trying to control the unit at the same time, it gets confused. So only have one person touching the screen and controlling the unit at a time. So that is important. Other than that, bang, you're done. You create your waypoints, you create your game plan. We're going to have a look at the Vaal charts a little bit now, and basically what you see come up behind me here is going to be what you can do on your massive TV. But let's look at the next option. What if you don't have a massive big live 16 or 12? It's only the 16 and 12 that has the HDMI port. Guys, this option here can be done with something as small as this. Remember the old, well, not that old, last year, Elite TI? This is the little 5-inch unit. Perfect, perfect. It's a little traveling thing. You can put it in your little pack on the side here. Fantastic little unit. It's got Wi-Fi, it does all this. All you're going to have to get, however, is the dongle. For the Android guys, it's a USB, that micro USB to HDMI converter, and for the Apple guys, it's that lightning plug to HDMI converter. And what you're going to need is try and find one of your old phones that are lying in the drawer somewhere, and you need to use that old phone, charge it up, and you're going to have to use that as the slave. So you're going to plug your adapter, your HDMI adapter, into that, and that then will link to the TV with the HDMI cable plugged into that. So that's that sorted, and you're good to go. And then everybody else just links, yes, to the same little 5-inch unit, little 5-inch TI unit. It's got Wi-Fi, brilliant little unit. The TI2 range doesn't do a 5-inch anymore. It's a 7-inch unit. So if you don't have a unit, or you unfortunately only have a Garmin or a Hummingbird, go and get yourself a little 7 TI2 and make use of the charts. You guys know what you can do with the waypoints and put them onto your other devices and other units and whatnot, but the charts will only work on a Lowrance. So that's the way to do it. Okay, now you know how to connect it. The most important thing I didn't tell you, you need your FishTec HD charts. Guys, I want to make something very, very clear here. There's a bunch of my cards that are doing the rounds that are contour only and a satellite background and being passed off as HD charts, the HD charts. Guys, these are not the HD cards. So be careful where you spend your money. Make sure when you buy a card that it has Ultra HF, that is the ultra high frequency mosaic on it. If it doesn't have that, it's not an HD card. It's just a random card. In fact, that data that is not on the Ultra HF card, you can go and download free of charge. Go to CMAP Genesis. If you don't already have an account, create an account, scroll down to South Africa, zoot up to the Vaal Dam. You'll see the Vaal Dam near Vaal Park, and you'll zoom in there, and voila, there it is. And you can download a good, clear contour chart for the river, the entire river, 52 kilometers of river, including the Suikerbos and the Taibos inlets only, free of charge. So guys, CMAP Genesis, Lowrance, we're helping the world do better. That's how we roll here at Lowrance. And then of course, the last picture that I love, I just love this picture. You can sit in the comfort of your home. You can be 3,000, 6,000 miles away, and you can sit there with your buddies or on your own, and you can plan your entire fishing trip either alone or with your buddies or whatever, and really, really come to the tournament and give yourself a chance. Just, you know, there's participation, and then it's in it to win it, if you know what I mean. And that's in it to win it. That's the really, really fun part. Let's have a look. Let's have a quick look at the I'm going to merge that into there. I'm going to close that. Okay, there's the Vaal River. That's by that golden highway bridge. Let me just catch up on who's here. Wow, busy. Wow, hey everybody. Everybody. Good evening. I can't mention everybody. There's a lot going on. Clint, how's it Clint? Brendan, how's it Brendan? How you doing? Everybody, Kim, Danny Geison's there. Everybody's there. Chad Mills, Adrian Acosta, show some live action, please. I know what you're after. Guys, before I even carry on, now you're going to see the viewership drop by half. Guys, there is no live view just yet. If you're hoping to see live view, which is the equivalent of the Garmin Panoptix live scope, it's not out, it's not available, and it's not going to be available still for a while. So you're not going to see that tonight. I don't have any access to that. Anything that relates to that is not actual footage from that device. So we're all going to have to be patient. Hopefully by iCast we'll start to see some videos rolling out, but don't hold me to it. I have no idea what's happening there, but very, very exciting. This live view is a thing. It's a good thing. So we're just going to see now how is Lowrance's interpretation of it, and how are they going to do it? Are they going to match it? Are they going to better it? Man, I just can't wait. I can't wait. I think it's going to be absolutely fantastic. Daniel says, you are so cool, John. Greetings. Hello, Daniel. Okay, right. Guys, whatever you see behind me now, this is what you can do on a projector, on a massive TV, on a little TV, on your tablet, on the unit itself. It doesn't matter, but everything you see now you can replicate. The way that I'm doing this view behind me now, I'm obviously using a green screen, and I've chromed out the green screen, and I've taken that exact device, the little dongle that converts to HDMI, and I've plugged that into an HDMI converter for my PC, and into the software that streams it. So whatever you see, guys, just please keep in mind, this is another very important part. This view that you're looking at now on Facebook it's streaming at 720. Facebook does not let us stream at full HD, which is 1080. And I'm going to tell you why it's actually quite sad. Because this live 16 that I've got in front of me is not 1280 by 800. No, it's a full 1080 HD genuine. It's a 1920 by 1080, I think it is. Full HD. You can't believe the clarity of this thing, what I'm seeing in front of me. I'm looking up at my Mac over here to see the feed, what you guys are looking at, and I apologize, but it's fuzzy. But having said that, I am going to upload this. I'm busy recording it right now in full HD, and I will put it on YouTube, and that'll probably happen in the early hours of tomorrow morning. And by tomorrow, when you get to the office, when you get a little gap or you're having tea, you can pop on there and start looking at little bits and pieces of the show in full HD. So there we go. Morris Mustard, good evening. Steph, good evening, Steph. Welcome. Right, guys, let's have a look quickly. We've got to watch this. You see, this is how fast time goes. 1990. This is really moving fast. This is what the Vaal River guys, these are going to be the bass guys. This is what they're going to be looking at. This view that you've got here, everybody's got it. The other hummingbird has got it. It's just one of those things that everybody's got. But I want to show you what we can do. Okay, so what we can do is we can go to our categories. We're going to turn on all our categories, which are our features. Okay, in these features, as you can see now, we've got some contours and we've got some numbers. You're probably wondering what these numbers, there's the names for the various places, the Golden Highway Bridge, the depth values are in there. These numbers that are down here, you can just tap on them there. You go to image, and that's what we are looking at. Okay, and that is I think there's about 3,000 of these photographs. For the local guys who know the river, it hasn't got much value, but I'm going to tell you where it has got value. When we change to Ultra HF and you see something really interesting and you're trying to picture where are you now on the river, you can come back to this view, tap on those photographs, and there will be a photograph of the side of the river, and you'll go, ah, now I know where we are. Drop a waypoint there, put some information into it, and bob's you onto, you're sorted. But does this look very pretty? No, it doesn't. So what do? We're going to go to our photo overlay, which is on full, and we're going to make it land only. Boom. Now we've got color. Color is easy. Now we can really start finding those interesting pockets and holes, and you see there, that's the type of thing you're looking for. But anyway, you guys are going to have to work that out for yourselves. But there's some really fantastic stuff here. So you've got the colors, you can drop waypoints in there, you can do all these wonderful things. But the other guys, the other hummingbird, they can also do this. I'm not saying this is unique to Lowrance, but I want to show you something really cool. Look at the detail when we zoom in. You see, you get 1 foot contours. 1 foot contours. These type of things are really interesting to know. You want to know this type of stuff. Anybody wondering what that noise is outside? Those birds are known as hardy-daws. Ask Farrell Williams about the hardy-daw in his video. It's quite hilarious. When he came to South Africa for a concert. But anyway, but what makes the FishTec HD chart so special for the river? It's not that. Sure, this is cool, you need that, but it's this. It's the Ultra HF and the Mosaic. Now, the Mosaic, I'm going to spin that round like that. And and I'm going to move that around like that, and I'm going to zoom in. Okay, now the Mosaic is using the old 455 kilohertz wide swath, wide scan of the river. And when we first scanned it and that, it looked great. As you can see in the screen already, there's some really interesting stuff there. But all of a sudden came out some new technology, so we had to get our hands on it, and we went and rescanned the entire river again. We're using the Ultra HF. Now, unfortunately, the Ultra HF does not have the wide scanning capabilities of the much lower 455 kilohertz. But guys, look at this detail. Just look at this detail. This is absolutely critical information. You want to know about these things. You want to know what's in the water. And I tell you what, it's all here. It's all here. You can zoom in as much as you want. Look at the detail. It's not just finding a special spot, but it's finding something special on top of that special spot. You can always go back to the Mosaic and go and see what was further out in case we missed something. But this spot that we're looking at right now, can you see the difference between 455 and Ultra HF? Guys, that is a massive difference. If you come up to this area here, you might find that the Mosaic might, yeah, you see there's something quite interesting. So you want to switch between the two. Don't just get stuck on Ultra HF, which is the best of course, but give everything a little bit of a chance. And there you go. There you see there's a little bit of a brush there on the side there. You can drop waypoints on these things. A lot of information. Guys, very light, small things, very small, light things might have shifted. But I can tell you, we had a massive, I scanned it first with the 455 kilohertz, and unfortunately we had a massive storm up there, and there was a massive flood, and things did change. I went back and I rescanned everything. Everything you see in this Ultra HF view, this was all done after the flood. So these things here, the majority of these things are not going to change unless somebody went there with his little dive suit and went and moved things because they were worried that somebody might beat them, which let's hope that didn't happen. But anyway, that's that's the type of thing that you want to do. That's the tool that you want to use. So guys, that's the FishTec HD charts. And geez, if you guys could just sit here in front of me with this HDS 16 live, it just, this on the boat, we fished with it on the boat, and it's just absolutely phenomenal. Right, let's just catch up. Let's see who we got. Jamaris Mostert, Aristoteles Kolios. Hi, good evening, Aristoteles. How can we use two different custom maps on the same device? Aristoteles, as long as the name, you see this name that's on the right hand side of the screen here now, Lowrance Navionics Mosaic, as long as it doesn't have the same name as that, you can put in two cards, and the only thing that's going to limit you is the size of the card. And the biggest card you can put into an HDS unit is a 32 gig, and you can load as many charts as you want. I know with the other brand you are very limited. You only got one image on that card. If you want another image, you've got to swap it out with another card, and it's another huge cost. Anyway, we don't do that. You just select bang through the different charts on the Lowrance unit. So yes, you can use multiple. If I haven't explained it in detail enough, please send me a message. I might not respond to it immediately tonight, but certainly by tomorrow I will respond to those private messages. Daniel McLaughlin, he says, what's the cost of the 16-inch compared to last year? Daniel, that is a very good question. When the 16-inch, it was the carbon 16, was introduced in South Africa, you couldn't even think about it. It was so expensive. I think it worked out to about $10,000, It was really, really expensive. It was just out of the reach. Never mind for the middle class oak, but for the top end guy, even for him, he was like, nah, not for me, mate. Not at $10,000, not going to happen. But these prices have dropped dramatically. So if there was ever a time to own a really big machine that is clear and fast and quad core and hardcore and just beautiful, it's now. Still an expensive machine, don't get me wrong, it's not for everybody, but wow, there is the full range. However, there's a 7-inch, there's a 9-inch, there's a 12-inch, and then there's this beautiful machine over here, the 16-inch. So yeah, don't hold back. This is the way to go. Pino Matuffi says, speak Italian, please. Hey, if only I could. Sheesh, if only I could. Johan van Koffenay says you can select. Yeah, there we go. Johan's already answering that question for me. Hang on, is that what he was asking? How can we use two different customers on the same device? Johan, you very good. You know what? I think I might have misunderstood that question there. Aristoteles, yes. What Johan said there was you can go and hold down chart and have chart plus charts. Thanks, Johan. See, this is why you need pro staff, guys. These oaks help you. Let me try and find. There it is. You're going to go up there. This is South Africa. Let me just zoom out so you can see where it is there. Guys, that's roughly where you're going to zoom in into South Africa. Okay, it's up there, Johannesburg, just below Johannesburg, Vanderbilt Park. Okay, and then you're going to go to more options and change that to, let's say, contour. If you want to is this even working? Let's go to mosaic. Oh, my apologies. Chart options. Jeez, I'm even getting caught here. Guys, anyway, you get the idea. I'm not too sure why it's not loading the second chart, but yes, like Johan says, you can run chart plus chart side by side if you want to do that. I should have tried that earlier. I don't know why it's not doing that, but I will find out why. Right, who else? There we go. Okay, guys, let's move. What was our next topic? Yes, we guys, while we still looking at the HDS here on this view behind me, I'm not going to go into the details of all the specs of the thing and whatnot. A brilliant video has already been done. Mark O'Neill from Structure Fishing on Facebook. Go to his Facebook page, Mark O'Neill, Structure Fishing. Go and have a look there. Go and look at, he did a nice live thing on Facebook where he spoke for, I think it's about half an hour, where he's just talking about not really the unboxing, but the specs, the accessories and all that type of thing about the live unit. So please go and have a look at that and what he was doing there. I think that is really some fantastic stuff. However, I want to show you something that I found. Have a look at this. On the video, looks like that's gone to sleep, so we'll wake that up. If you look in the spec sheet on the live units, under HDMI, it says output only, no input. But we've just selected HDMI as an input here. I want to show you something amazing. Look how cool this is. I'm going to might work. There we go. Something's happening. Hey, guys, do you know what this means? Why is it glitching on my feed? I see on the feed to Facebook it looks a little bit glitchy, but I can tell you on the unit it is crystal clear. It is absolutely beautiful. There I've gone full page, and it's just seamless. I mean, this is a HD video that I recorded on my phone, and it's just absolutely seamless. There's no glitching whatsoever. I see on the feed it's glitching for some other reason. I don't know why it's doing that, but anyway, it's absolutely clear here. So as you can see, that's exactly what I'm looking at. If I go to my pictures, there we go, and I push play, just so you don't think I haven't photoshopped it or something. Come on. How do you hide? I'm trying to, I see it's on AirPlay, and there it's feeding there. But anyway, guys, I just want to talk about that for a sec. I think this is a really fantastic feature, and I'm going to tell you why I think this is such a fantastic feature. Okay, I don't know how to, let's put it back there. Okay, while it's doing that, guys, this is some footage I took with my drone this last week. Yeah. I'm busy flying in full HD and recording this video. Sure, for the pure beauty of it, and the, oh, what's that I left in the water there? That's disgusting. I didn't even realize that happened. I don't even know what that was. But anyway, guys, this feature, just picture this. If you've got one of these little drones that connects to a HDMI fitting on your phone or whatever, and go through the HDS Live 16, can you imagine, you know, those weed pockets where you've got a weed line, let's say flooded vegetation with a weed line, and you want to just idle along, because remember, your side scan is only going to see as far as the grass, and the minute it hits the grass, it's not going to see anything. You can now take your drone, put your drone in the air, pull it onto Follow Me, and stream that HD video directly into your HDS Live 16. Can you imagine how valuable that is? At the same time, the minute you see something interesting, you see a pocket, you see a stump in the middle there that you wouldn't have seen from the water, you can take a photograph with your drone or your screenshot on the actual unit and take a waypoint on the unit, so you can match your waypoint to the georeference that's on your photograph from your drone, and that becomes part of your planning. I know that sounds very high-tech, and everyone's going, whoa, hold the phone, that's way too hectic. But guys, look at our children. Just have a look at our children with electronics and gadgets today, and how jacked up they are. We have to pioneer this stuff for them, because they are ready for this type of technology. We have to make sure that by the time they hit the industry or hit the sport or whatever, you want them to be able to go, oh yes, that's cool, I need that, bang bang bang, without even thinking about it, and voila, awesome technology. So very exciting stuff. Something, you know, just some of those, just one of those things out of the blue that you can do with it. Reynard Duplessis, good evening, Reynard. I took a duck. Matthias, good evening. Can you connect Active Image 3-in-1 in the SS3D from the carbon so that you get 3D? Matthias, the live units, you must go and have a look at Mark O'Neill's video. He explains it very well. Structure scan on the live units has got multi-source, whereas before you could do sonar multi-source, but not with the structure. Structure is multi-source, and your conventional 2D sonar is multi-source. What you've got to watch out for, however, if you're running an active imaging transducer on the back of your boat and you're running a 3D and they're both running at the same time, you're going to get crosstalk, especially if you're on 455. Sure, you might be able to run the one on 800, and we're not quite 100% sure what the SS3D is running on, but you can select different sources. But no, if you're asking if you'll get 3D from an active imaging, I don't think you're asking that. No, you're not. Obviously you won't get that. But if you've got a 3D module, the 3D will, if you want to use 3D, I don't know anybody that does, but if you do, if you've got something very unique to use that feature for, by all means switch on to 3D. That can share from a live back to a carbon, or vice versa, from the carbon back to the live, and you'll have that 3D option. So you can do that. Tufik Tarak from Algiers, good evening, welcome. Mike Cannon says, sounds high-tech but crucial. I know, it's crazy. Wait, I'm telling you, when I get that set up, we're going to go out on the water, and we're going to go and do that flooded vegetation thing, and we're going to have the drone up in the sky. Watch, it's going to be very, very interesting. Okay, right. Jeez, wow, how are we doing time-wise? 1940. Guys, we need to move here. Planning we've done. Yes, you know what? Let's look at practical on-the-water applications quickly. I'm glad. Michael Cannon, hang on, let me just read this quickly. Caspers Holmes, hi, good evening, Caspers. Can you connect HDS Live and TI2 devices? I want to see screen from... No, unfortunately you can't, Caspers. A TI2 can share sonar as well as charts to another TI2 via Wi-Fi, believe it or not. That software is not available yet, but they say it's coming, it's going to be there. So yeah, it can do that, but you can't go from a TI2 to any of the HDSs. However, you can use the Network 2000, your N2K, you can share waypoints, your autopilot, your GPS, your point one, all that type of info, your trolling motor to XI5, that can all be controlled on a network between the HDSs and the TI2s. Right, yes, that's what I was doing. Okay. Michael Cannon. Mike jumped on the boat with me. Fishing was absolutely awesome on Saturday. He phoned me on Saturday afternoon. He said, John, geez, we're having fun. I see you got that HDS 16. I'd love to see it in action. Can I join you? Can we get on the water? You can do some filming and maybe put something together for the show. Bang, I was on it. Geez, like white on rice, I'm telling you. And here we go. This is the video, guys. Oh, there we go.
Now guys, here we've got a typical situation where you can see there's a road that's coming in on the maps, and then we've got a bit of a erosion sort of wash away next to it. If you have a look on the bank, you can get an idea of what's going on out here. Basically, you know, without the maps you wouldn't actually know that that's still happening down here. You just think you're up in the middle of the dam and there's some bottom or whatever's going on here. So guys, there's always a reason why why you catch fish in certain areas. Now what we've got is some weed patches sitting right next to that. So you've got a key feeding point for the fish to move up into where the bait fish is sitting. The bass are going to sit out on these key structure areas, and then they're going to move up and feed into those baits. The inputs, those are weed patches. And that's the kind of thing that you need to look for when you're fishing. That's what's going to make a weed patch a good weed patch over another random odd weed patch along the banks.
And Mark, what bait would you typically use in a situation like this now?
Guys, I like to throw a topwater frog, a Z-Man popping frog, or a penny toad, something like that, fished in and around this kind of cover. If the wind picks up, I'll throw a spinner bait or a chatter bait, those kind of things. I want moving baits that'll entice the fish to react, because they are keen on bait fish. So, you know, something that's going to move and entice a reaction strike. That's what you need to do around these kind of areas.
Guys, my apologies, the audio is a little bit off. I'm not too sure why. I don't know if it's like that for you guys, but on my earpiece it's a bit.
Just talking about it. There's always a reason for a fish being in certain reed patches. More often than not, there's something happening next to that reed patch. Here we go, guys.
How's that for a release? Geez, that fish was gone like a homesick mole. Right, guys, Michael Cannon, thank you very much. I've got so much footage from Sunday, but the fishing just wasn't there. I mean, I've got so much information that I'd love to share with people. You don't hold back at all. You give all the secrets, and I'd love to share that with people. But I'd like to combine that with the way you guys, I know the way you guys fish. Guys, while we're talking about that, please go on to Facebook where you are now after the not now, after the show, and look up Michael Cannon and Brian Lepan. Guys, let me tell you, these guys, I just want to put this up behind me here. Really, the way Brian and Michael Cannon and Charles and these guys are promoting their business and the industry, the videos that they are doing, it really is fantastic. So go on to Facebook, go and look up Brian Lepan, Charles van Heerden and Michael Cannon. These guys, the video today, you've got to see that. It's the secret tackle box challenge, and there was something about the world's hottest noodles. If you failed, yo, it was hilarious. Guys, please, if you haven't seen that video yet, you need to go and have a look at it. And this is the type of stuff guys want to see. You could just see from the response from everybody today. Everybody just loved those videos. They were, it's a real classic video, and they're getting their story out there. They're using their products in their videos. There's no hot air, there's no stories, some nonsense. It's all fact, guys. They're giving you, when those guys tell you jerk, jerk, stop, don't go jerk, 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 stop. Do exactly what they tell you, because they are giving you the exact information. So yeah, please go and look those guys up. They're doing some really fantastic stuff. Let me just have a look here. Casper says, thank you. Second question then, can you share waypoints and other stuff via NMEA also from HDS Live to TI devices? Yes, Caspers, yes, you can do that. Even the old TI one, this is the old original version. This is a little 5-inch. No, hell, delete what I said. Jeez, I'm talking nonsense. On the 5-inch unit, there's no N2K. My apologies. Delete that. From the 7-inch, TI, the last model, it's got a N2K port. So 7, 9 and 12 has got an N2K port. The little 5-inch that I've got here does not have N2K. So just be careful. Good evening, Mike Richard. Hello from Boston, Massachusetts. Welcome. Right. Mike, you've missed a lot of the show. You've missed 47 minutes of the show, but don't worry about it. By tomorrow morning, South Africa time, remember it's 7:47 p.m. here in South Africa right now. But by tomorrow morning, I'll have it on YouTube and I'll share it to Facebook in full HD. So don't worry about that. What else have we got here? Oh yes, this I want to show you. I was dying, you know, I've sat with this HDS Live 16 on my desk, and I've played with my charts and all that type of thing, and I just thought to myself, John, you can't just sit in your office, and you got to get out on the water. And I'll be honest with you guys, I haven't really fished much. 2018, I was busy. Both my businesses were cracking, and I was busy, and I was mapping and a busy year. So I didn't get to fish much. So my fishing skills, as terrible as they were before, they were even worse. I fished a couple of times for the year. But when I went to the dam on Saturday, this last Saturday now, I thought, I want to put myself in a real water situation with the Live 16 for the first time using my FishTec HD charts. And this is what I came across. I first started in a little corner around the corner from Libby's Bay, and it just didn't feel right to me. Something was a little bit off with it, and the wind came through, a massive wind came through. It was really blowing, but I was quite protected in that area. And I thought, you know what, with that wind, I need to get on those flats with the humps. That's what I need. And that's where I went. This is the video. Guys, I'm just going to talk through this as it's playing. Basically what I did, I came from the south, I think it is, and as I came over these flats, you'll see on my charts there was that hump there with that tree, and I just knew, hey, this is the thing. And as you could see from that video just now, you could see there was a little arch there on the far edge of the hump. And I thought, this is it, I've got to get back there. So I went around, fiddled. You can see on my trail I messed around a little bit, and boom, look at the screen. You see that there? But you know what, I need to pause this video right there. Can you see that very faint haze coming across the screen there where it says good fish? Now I know that that's a fish, but your question now is going to be, that's on Fish Reveal. Why did the 2D sonar not see that fish? And I'll tell you why. I didn't follow my own instructions. And my own instructions to what I always will write to my books and everything about is, when you're in deep water like this and you're looking for suspended fish, get off 200 kilohertz. This is why the TM150 is such a fantastic transducer, because it's medium chirp. It's got a 60 degree, well, very close to 60 degree coverage, which is very, very close to the 60 degree wide beam of the down scan. Now remember, the down scan might be 57, 60 degrees wide, but it's only a couple of degrees thick. You know, it's not a round cone, which 2D sonar, your 200, your 83, your medium, is a proper cone shape. And basically, if you look at that picture there and you look carefully, you'll probably only see it on my HD video tomorrow. I'm on 200 kilohertz, and that is why you didn't see the fish. I should have changed to 83 kilohertz. The transducer I'm using in this video here is the active imaging transducer, and I tell you what, this active imaging is fantastic. It does a very, very, very good job. One of the things that I really like about it, I'm going to carry on playing this video in the background, it needs very little movement for the side scan to go from that streak. You remember how if you stopped and you came off the idle, there were those streaks. Look how clear that hump with the branches on the left hand side there. Okay, here I get into a fish. And that is how it's done. I was very stoked with that fish, let me tell you. Not the biggest fish you've ever seen, but guys, geez, I love that. That was just so awesome. It was all about the HDS. I had the cameras running, everything just worked, and bang, the fish was on, and it really gave me gears. I was using a tiny little 5'6" cherry wood, light little rig, so geez, I had my work cut out for me. Let me see who's here. Mark Richards says, I just bought 2 HDS Live 12s. Awesome, Mark, fantastic, to be installed in the spring. Reading the detail is not that good with the 3.1 transducer. Is this true? Mike, very, very important question here. That is a very, very good question. Keep in mind, active imaging is a replacement for the total scan, not for the structure scan 3D. Right now, if you put the structure scan 3D up against the active imaging, close range, I'm talking about that 80-foot range, I can tell you now, active imaging is going to win. It's better, it's clearer. But those folks at in Tulsa, Oklahoma, Lawrence, they say there's a software update coming for the Structure Scan 3D that's going to knock the socks out of the old version. So it has to be better, it has to be clearer. The Structure Scan 3D transducer's got more elements in it, there's more information coming from the transducer, it has to be better. So yes, right now I think the active imaging is clearer, especially on the 800 kilohertz, because remember, on the Structure Scan 3D you can't change the frequency. We don't even know what the frequency is, but it must be around that 455, I'm presuming. But do not get rid of your 3D and replace it with the active imaging. Certainly not. If you want to take an active imaging, go to Precision Sonar and get one of those nice, or Transducer Saver, I think the company's called, and put the transducer on the trolling motor. I'm talking about the active imaging now. Good idea. I'm going to do that. So yeah, I hope that helps. Kim W. Hansen, hi, good evening, Kim. Did you have your mobile phone video wireless to the live unit via HDMI, or did I see that wrong? Kim, yeah, how I did that was, I've got a little Apple TV, and I took the Apple TV and I plugged that into the HDMI port, and that was one way. And the only reason why I did it that way is because my adapter, my lightning plug to HDMI adapter I'm using for the show, for what you see behind me here, I'm using it. But you don't have to use that. You can just use the little adapter with the HDMI cable straight into the unit, and then you're not using Wi-Fi. It's actually going in hardwired from here, adapter, bang, into the unit. And let me tell you, on the HDS Live 16, it's in full 1920 by 1080, full HD. You cannot believe the clarity on the screen. It's absolutely beautiful. Mike says, I'm coming from the Lowrance 9 Touch. Yeah, no, geez, you're going to love it, Mike. You're absolutely going to love it. How are we doing time-wise? We've got 5 minutes left. Aibo. Let's have a look. Yes. You know what I could do? This might be quite nice to put up as a closing of the show. Sorry guys, I'm just let's put that there behind me. For those of you who have an Apple TV will recognize that little screensaver thing behind me. I've still obviously got that connected. But guys, I've got 4 minutes left. Geez, I think it's the first time ever that I haven't gone over the 1 hour. But let me just see if there's any more questions or whatnot. Okay, thanks so much for the answer. No problem, Kim, pleasure. Guys, like I said, if there's anything, if I missed, because it got really busy at one point, I don't know if I missed some questions there. But if I did miss anything, please write me a message or whatever. Casper's Homes. Oh, gee, we're cutting it fine now. Casper's, thanks. Third question, can you have 2 active imaging sensors for 1 HDS live device? Do you know who's going to be able to answer that? You thinking putting one device and putting one transducer on the trolling motor and another one on the transom and being able to select from one to the other. I think that's what you're suggesting. That is really interesting, and I'll tell you why. Because both the plugs on the back, both channel 1 and channel 2 on the unit have 9-pin plugs. So it possibly could. But the guy who will confirm that for us is Mark O'Neill. He's done more of that type of testing and what have you. But I'll certainly give that a back, because that's an interesting idea for the guy that just wants one unit possibly, and then transom and trolling motor. Interesting. Can you control your phone from the 16 unit? No. Peter, you can't go that way. But you can control the unit with the Link app from the phone, and multiple phones. There's no limit. You can put as many phones as you want. Kim W. Hansen says channel 2 is for active imaging. Okay, so there we go. Kim's got the answer. You can only do active imaging on channel 2. So there you go. Oh, Caspers, that's what you're talking about. You want to put one on either side, and so because you've got the motor leg in the middle. I wonder if they're going to bring out a wire cable for active imaging. Why not? You know what, Caspers, get hold of your local dealer and ask him to ask his supplier if he doesn't know. I'm going to be doing it tomorrow, believe you me, and asking, is there a wire cable so you can do that, which will basically, the wire cable will shut off the elements to, let's say, port of this one and starboard of this one, and then just use 2 transducer with one. Okay, good point that. But anyway, guys, we've got a minute left. I just want to remind everybody about going and have, yes, please go and have a look at that video. Go on to Facebook, have a look at the video with Brian Lepan, Michael Cannon and Charles van Eden with their secret tackle box challenge. I think it was fantastic. I love that type of thing. I hope to see more guys doing that. I think it's great for the sport, and at the same time they promoting their brand, and they fish with their brand, and their videos that you see, what they're talking about, that's what they're fishing with. Yeah, no, brilliant stuff. So, and yeah, I would just like to thank Michael Cannon for spending Sunday morning with me and taking time out from his family and his brand new little daughter. So thank you very much. And everybody else, everybody fishing the World Games that is watching this, or that does watch the YouTube video leading up to the World Games, guys, best of luck to all of you, to all the teams in the world, in every aspect of the games, whether it's bank fishing, whether it's sea, whether it's whatever aspect of fishing it is. It's the biggest event to hit South Africa, and just tell everybody, just talk to everybody about this fantastic big event. And if you anywhere near where you see these guys are competing, near where you live, or you're on holiday, or you're on a trip somewhere, please take videos, put it on Facebook. Go and have a look at my page. It's the Unofficial World Championships 2019 page on Facebook. Send me the information, or to me personally, John Easton, I'll put it up there. I'd really appreciate that. To all the skippers assisting the overseas teams, guys, best of luck, be safe, look after these guys. Let's not have any terrible incidents out on the water. And guys, I can't wait for it. It's just around the corner. It's going to be a brilliant event. It won't be in time for me, you know. Next month FishTec Live is going to be, it'll be on when the games are actually on. So whatever information I can get my hands on, I will share with you then. So guys, next month, the second Tuesday of the month, my voice is going, 7 o'clock, I will see you guys. Thanks for everybody joining me. That really was fantastic. Thank you guys. Good night.